ongoing rail strikes. Yesterday, we reported another strike by RMT workers on Southern Rail on September the 7th and 8th. It's the fourth strike since April. Meanwhile, yesterday, people from Seaford, including the MP, Maria Caulfield, delivered a petition to the Department of Transport demanding a return of services to the town. There are other strikes planned, including ticket office staff, and local MPs across the area have been giving their opinions and holding forums. There's even an all-party rail group now of MPs. Well, joining me now are three of them. It's the MP for Hove and Portslade, Peter Card, the MP for Bexhill and Battle, Hugh Merriman, and the MP for Lewis, Maria Caulfield. Good evening to you all. Thanks for joining us.
Good evening.
Can I start with you, Maria? You were at, I think you helped present that petition yesterday at the Department of Transport, so you're clearly one of the people who's very cross from the town.
Well, absolutely, because while there is a strike planned for next week, in my constituency, the towns of Seaford and Newhaven have been cut off from the rail service, essentially with a bus replacement service since July. And we are now really worried because we're going back to school terms, to universities reopening, to people going back to work, and we're still on a bus replacement service. And the impact that's having on individual lives and the impact it's having for our local economy cannot be underestimated.
One might expect that an MP in the same party as the Transport Minister might be able to get a more personal meeting than just turning up with a petition.
Well, I mean, absolutely. And since Chris Grayling has taken over in the last few weeks, I have been talking to him. And there's two things he said. Firstly, he wants to get this dispute resolved as soon as possible because that's causing huge disruption across the network. But also, he has said to me he's not happy with the performance of Southern Rail for the last 18 months to 2 years because, you know, the dispute is one thing, but the performance has been really, really poor for all of us down here on the South Coast.
Peter, you've obviously you're with your all-party group there. Do you think that enough has been done to solve this?
Of course not. No, because the dispute is still going on, and while the dispute's going on, then patently not enough is going on. What we see at the moment with this additional threat, additional strike that's being threatened, is that we're seeing both sides in this dispute using passengers as pawns in their game. They're all using passengers against each other. They're inflicting the most enormous amount of pain on passengers, whether it be the 34,000 people who leave Brighton and Hove every day to go to work, or as Maria just brilliantly outlined, what's happening in smaller communities outside in the Sussex area. So what I am absolutely calling for is a far more assertive government response to this. Don't forget that government set the fares for Southern Rail, government actually collects all the revenue for Southern Rail, and government sets the timetable for Southern Rail.
Sure.
The vast majority of the operating decisions are taken by government, yet government actually stays passive while this war goes on between the franchise and the unions, and passengers are the ones who are paying the price.
Hugh, what do you think on that? Should the government be doing more?
I think Peter makes a very good point. I mean, this isn't just like British Gas versus its customers. The government is very much the party ultimately that takes the risk and the reward of the Southern contract, a different contract. And bearing in mind 165 million passenger journeys served by Southern each year, this is a massive impact on the national economy. So I do take the view. I hear what the government say in terms of they don't want to get involved and turn this into a political dispute. But actually, this has been going on for far too long. 9 months, no resolution. So to a certain extent, it makes absolutely sense, if it is a question of taking a risk, to make an additional seat at the table. And that was something I pushed the new rail minister at the Transport Select Committee. He said he wouldn't rule anything out, but then the Secretary of State appeared to rule that out. So I think I agree with Peter. I think the time has now come for the government to see what it can do.
Maria, let me turn back to this issue of a lot of us, I suppose, look to our